Hi, I'm Jenny Farrant. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be talking about breakfast. In the UK we tend to eat a lot of sweet things for breakfast, like cereal and fruit and yogurt. But we do have some savoury options as well, and we're going to take a look at the English breakfast, as it's sometimes called, or cooked breakfast, or where I come from in Northern Ireland it's called an Ulster fry. So let's take a look at the ingredients. First of all, we've got bacon, staple ingredient, pork sausages, eggs, which will be fried, but you can poach them, tomatoes, which I'm going to grill because I think that's just slightly better. This is potato bread, which is from Northern Ireland, so it's a little bit different from what you would have in England, where it would tend to be fried bread. But potato bread, as it sounds like, is made with the main ingredient, potato, and I love it. I think it's the best. So I wanted to include that. Baked beans, another staple. There are other ingredients you could add, like mushrooms. A lot of people like black pudding, but I think that's quite an acquired taste. It's made with animal blood, so I'm not so keen on it myself. But and you can do vegetarian options as well. But these are the ingredients we're going to use today. So we're going to use the grill for the sausages, but you can actually fry them if you don't have access to a grill, but I think grilling them is best for about 15 minutes usually, on medium to high heat. And then we're going to use 2 frying pans for the other ingredients. Again, if you just have one frying pan available, you can do everything. You just need to try and keep things warm. You could also, if you have access to an oven, put that on a very low heat, and then anything that's ready before something else can go on a plate in the oven just to keep warm. Okay, so we're going to start with the sausages because they take the longest to cook. So I'm just going to pop these under the grill. I like my sausages quite well done, so that's one of the reasons I like them on the grill, and also it's a bit healthier too. They're underway, and a little bit of oil. Don't need much oil for the bacon because it's got fat of its own, but just a little bit to get it started. And then we need a bit more for the potato bread. I'm also going to put a bit of salt on the tomatoes before we grill those, because that just helps to bring out the flavour. But before that, actually, I'm going to put a tiny bit of oil on those too. So I'm just going to dip my little brush here in a tiny bit of oil and brush the tomatoes before grilling them. It just helps to get a nice colour on the tomatoes. Just a tiny bit before we salt them. There we go. Lovely. Put them on the side. So turn them over and put the salt on. Just a little bit, again, to help with flavour. Okay, so just going to light the gas so we can get our potato bread going and the bacon. So yes, give it, just needs a very light coating. I don't need very much at all. Non-stick pans are good if you have them. They work best, I find, but they don't have to be non-stick. So. You hear a nice sizzle. So I'm just going to put the potato bread on. Potato bread is definitely best fried. My son tried to give some to his girlfriend once, but he decided to toast it, which did not have the desired effect. It definitely needs to be fried to get the best flavour and effect. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn over the sausages, which are crisping up nicely. And, ooh, they do have a habit of rolling around. There we go. And then I'm going to put on the tomatoes so they get a nice brown grilled top. There we go. So, under we go. So I think we're ready to turn over the potato bread. It really doesn't take very long at all. As you can see, it's already quite brown, which is fine. Okay, so we are, I think, about done here with the potato bread. So I'm actually going to move that into my nice warm dish in the oven. And that will keep nicely for a few minutes just while we cook the eggs and the beans. So, there we go. Right, now we're going to turn over the bacon. And there we are, it's browning nicely. And a little bit of oil, extra oil, just before the eggs go in. Not very much, but just a little bit. Okay, we're just going to check on our tomatoes and sausages. Yep, they're looking good. So the sausages are ready, and we're going to turn over the tomatoes just for another. You see they're looking nice and brown and juicy and soft. And we're going to put the sausages in just to keep warm with my potato bread. And just give the tomatoes another couple of minutes. And then we're pretty much ready. So just adding the eggs now. Doesn't really matter what shape they come out. It's quite interesting to see how they come out, really. So we want the whites cooked and the yolks to be nice and runny. Okay, so we're just going to put the beans on now just to warm through. So, got a nice small can. Sure we get them all out. Don't want to waste anything. And just give them a stir and heat them through. It's very simple. And now we're going to check the tomatoes. There we go. Okay, so we're ready to serve. So we've got our bacon with a nice colour. So we can do bacon under the grill as well, but I do find that can make it a bit too crispy. So I like it like that. And we have our eggs, which, as I explained earlier, white is cooked and the yolk, when we cut into it, will be nice and runny. And I also like this nice crispy edges. We've got our tomatoes, which again are lovely and soft and juicy when you can see both sides. This is quite a big plate full of food, I have to say. And then we have our sausages, which we're keeping nice and warm in the oven with the potato bread. There we go. Which are coming up now on the side here. Okay, so here's our finished English breakfast with a Northern Irish twist, and it wouldn't be complete without, of course, our tomato ketchup. served with every English breakfast. Hope you've enjoyed this visit to a kitchen and the demonstration of a cooked breakfast, and maybe you'll give it a try sometime.